Hello everyone, welcome to Simple English Hub, where we make learning English easy, practical, and fun. Today, we are going to talk about a very common problem that many English learners face: forgetting words. Have you ever learned a new word, felt excited about it, and then completely forgot it the next day? Have you studied English vocabulary for hours but still struggle to remember words when speaking? If this sounds like you, don't worry, you are not alone. Forgetting words is a normal part of language learning. However, there are ways to improve your memory and remember words more easily. So in today's lesson, I will explain why we forget words, how to fix this problem, and what you can do to remember English words permanently. Why do we forget words? Before we talk about solutions, let's first understand why we forget words. Our brain learns new information, but if we don't use it, our brain thinks it is not important and removes it. This is called forgetting curve. Imagine learning a new English word today. If you don't review or use it, you will forget 50% of it in one day, and 90% within a week. This happens because the brain only keeps information that we use often. That's why simply memorizing lists of words is not enough. You need to actively use them. Another reason we forget words is lack of context. If you only learn words from a list or translation, your brain does not connect them to real-life situations. But if you learn a word in a sentence or a story, your brain remembers it better. Many learners also forget words because they feel nervous when speaking. Even if they know the word, their mind goes blank because they are afraid of making mistakes. This is normal, but the good news is you can train your brain to remember and use English words more easily. The best way to remember a word is to use it immediately. Every time you learn a new word, speak it, write it, and use it in real conversations. For example, if you learn the word delicious, don't just write it in your notebook. Use it in a sentence. This pizza is delicious. Or, I had a delicious lunch today. Try to use the new word at least 5 times in different situations. This will help your brain remember it longer. Another useful technique is learning words in sentences instead of memorizing them alone. Our brain does not work well with random words, but it remembers them better when they are in context. Instead of just memorizing the word beautiful, learn a full sentence. The sky is beautiful today, or she has a beautiful voice. By doing this, you remember the word and how to use it naturally. One of the best ways to remember words permanently is to use the 5-3-1 review method. Every time you learn a new word, review it after 5 minutes, after 3 days, and after 1 week. By reviewing words at these intervals, your brain will store them in long-term memory, and you won't forget them so easily. Another great technique is to connect words to emotions. Our brain remembers things better when they have an emotional connection. So instead of just learning words in a boring way, try to make personal connections. For example, if you learn the word exciting, think about something exciting in your life. Or, watching football is exciting for me. When you connect words to your emotions, you remember them much faster. Many learners struggle to remember words because they only practice reading and writing. But to really remember words, you need to speak and think in English. Try this. Describe your day in English. Say things like, today, I woke up early, I ate breakfast. The weather is sunny. Talk to yourself in English. Look around and name things in English. This is my phone. It is black. It is new. Speaking and thinking in English will help you use words naturally and remember them easily. Flashcards are also a great way to remember words, but instead of writing translations, use pictures and English definitions. For example, instead of writing, apple equals manzana Spanish translation, write this: apple equals a round, red fruit that is sweet. When you see a picture of an apple, your brain will remember the meaning without translating. Another powerful technique is listening. Listening is one of the most powerful ways to remember words. Try this method. Listen to English podcasts or watch movies. Write down new words you hear, repeat them aloud, and use them in a sentence. Repeating words aloud will help your brain remember them better. Even if you practice, sometimes you will still forget words while speaking. What should you do? Use simple words. If you forget expensive, say costs a lot of money. Describe it. If you forget refrigerator, say a machine that keeps food cold. Don't stop speaking, just keep talking, and the word may come back to you later. The most important thing is not to panic. Even native speakers forget words sometimes. Just keep speaking, and you will improve. Forgetting words is a natural part of learning any language, but it does not mean you are not improving. The key to remembering words permanently is consistent practice and real-life usage. Instead of memorizing long vocabulary lists, focus on using words in sentences, reviewing them regularly, and making personal connections to their meanings. Speaking, thinking, and listening in English will train your brain to recognize and remember words effortlessly. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, or forget words while speaking. Even native speakers do. The important thing is to keep talking, find alternative ways to express yourself, and never stop learning. Remember, English fluency is not about knowing every word. It's about being able to communicate your ideas confidently. Even if you forget a word, you can describe it, use simpler words, or ask for help. Forgetting words is normal, but if you practice regularly, your brain will remember them better. The key is to be patient and keep using English in real life. Don't just study, speak, listen, and think in English every day. If you feel frustrated, remember this: even native speakers forget words. The only difference is that they keep talking and don't give up. You can do the same. So, I want you to take action today. Pick 5 new words and use them in sentences. Try speaking them aloud, writing them down, and using them in conversations. The more you practice, the easier it will become. If this lesson helped you, comment below. I will not forget my English words. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video for more helpful English tips. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.